This computer's going to explode.
Wait for it. 1.
Hey guys, I came here for 2 damn things. The chew bubble gum and the lightning round. And I'm all out of bubble gum. So lightning round. Big time stop me.
Welcome, everybody.
What the sweet baby Jesus. I like to black out a lot during our shows, apparently, because that I have no recollection of that.
You don't remember Moan even saying, "You got to clip that. You got to clip that."
Oh no. My recollection of Mom saying, "You got to clip that. You got to clip that," was for totally different reasons. I don't know if that was on Tuesdays or Thursdays, but it was quite the memory. I don't know if it was real, but that's what I think of. Don't spoil my goddamn dreams, John. I'm only here twice a week.
All right, everybody. Oh, man, that's a stupid thing. All right. Oh, crap, man. I need a shot after that.
Yeah, I need a goddamn full frontal lobotomy, but I don't have the tools, but I do have a bottle in front of me, so I meet you halfway. Let's do it. Jesus.
Well, I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Yeah.
Right. All those words were just said. It was a different joke, but you went ahead and reset it with the classic way that you knew that you had to. Right? Good job. Starting off on a good keel.
You want me to cite this source as well? Cheers, man.
Yeah, tell me what year it was. Tell me what year was between friends. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks for listening. Oh, we're having a good start.
1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Oh, hoo-ha. Man, I think we should just jump into the show.
Yeah, John, I feel like your small talk cadence is all off today. You're all hibbity-dibbity. There's no rest for this wicked.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to go on a long trip in less than 12 hours.
Yeah, like what the fuck else do you need? A bag or 2 of clothes and a couple of toiletries. Like, you're not matching outfits, bro. You don't have shoes. And like, I need my flip-flops and my evening wear, and then what about the talent portion of the event? What am I going to wear? Like, come on. You wear fucking jean shorts with your t-shirts tucked in and a belt. You're going to have enough belts, t-shirts, and jean shorts. And if you don't, you're not going to look any worse.
You can't get any worse, so you'll be fine.
No, literally. Is the small women's shirt that I brought dirty? Oh my God. I'll look ridiculous because it's dirty. Yeah, that's why you'll look ridiculous, because it's dirty, John. Because it's dirty.
Yeah, so.
Shout out to Ronald. He talked, and my boy Pete. How are you guys?
That was a bond. Just 2 monotone. I don't know. Unless they were missing eyes. Were there missing eyes?
There were missing eyes. Yeah, of course.
You're still on mute. I guess you were quiet because you were packing so fervently.
That's right. That's what I do. Oh, man.
10 hours it will take me to go through my shoe collection alone. I'm not even beginning to pack them. I'm just organizing.
You can't pack until you organize. How can you pack before you organize?
Yeah, maybe you can't get good unless you should be.
That's right.
Hey,
see, you basically heard the same thing, but you had to rearrange it into the classic one.
No. That was 3 totally different words and 3 totally different ideas. It wasn't the same words rearranged back the way people know. Also, are you having an earthquake because your shit keeps on shaking? And I don't know if it's your will to live or the camera, but we're all getting sick.
Little A, little B.
Fair enough. Hey, pull it together, man. Hey, bud, wish you weren't so awkward. Pitter patter, let's get at her.
Well, howdy.
Just when you thought it was safe, he comes back with the dude.
I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
I'm going to need a bigger boat in Southern California. I'm my boy Pete.
And you're listening to Two-Sided, a live recorded podcast, if you couldn't tell, where each week I challenge Pete with a bit of the two sides of life, the serious and the fun.
And I like to sit back and watch John flounder with technology live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel. If you tune in now, YouTube can get the best of this world. And if you're not live, you can come back and watch it. It's all recorded for posterity.
You're welcome.
Hey, I'm trying to get us in the Smithsonian, John. Like 3 more tours and I'll know what the fucking codes are to the back room, and then I got us in.
Hey, well, you got us into, yeah, exactly. You got us into Apple Music. We got the official invite. So next stop, Smithsonian.
I'm telling you. We were the first podcast on the moon. Like they were transmitted? No, they went there on their own little rocket. Does it come back? Never, John. Never. Okay, sorry,
go. So before we jump into our first segment, my boy Pete, how are you feeling in a hyperbole? How are you feeling in a hyperbole?
Why do you do this to me, John? Why the fuck? In a nutshell, in a thatch of grass, John, how does one feel if you were sizzling bacon? Why do you give me? I vow, John, because I'm trying to think of one that is going to be pertinent and not aggressively held up in the court of law. People think I'm kidding. I will literally murder you if you keep on asking these stupid, fucked up, how are you doing questions on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. I will literally murder you.
That's correct. And on that note, we are jumping into our first lightning round.
Lightning round! Time to get down! We're learning all sorts of English definitions in this town! You taking notes? I am! Pretty cool, huh? It is! I don't know, John. I'm a little frightened by the prospect of what you have in store for us tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and suggest a shot. You better watch your goddamn P's and Q's, Mr. Peacock. Don't blame technology. Blame your genetics. And let's do a shot.
Cheers, buddy.
Bing, bing, bing.
Well, anybody knows that our first lightning round of the episode is always a standard Q&A. My boy Pete, are you ready for the questions?
I'm ready, John. I'm ready. Get me. Yeah.
My boy Pete, what is your favorite monster to hate?
Monster to hate?
Yeah.
Gingivitis.
Okay, my boy Pete.
The cavity creeps. You remember them? Boom, boom, boom. We are the cavity creep. Remember them? They were walking. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All the rest of them.
Gingivitis. You get your gums and everything. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. But all the other monsters, they're all just misunderstood. So I mean, you got to have an open heart, open soul, open ideas. But fuck you, cavity creeps. Okay.
Which leads me to my next question, my boy Pete. Why have we had a collective obsession with monsters?
We as the royal we, or we as a society and culture?
Society culture.
Because we like to be scared. We like to believe in things that aren't there. We like to believe that the things that aren't there can be overtaken, and they all have. Oh, here's the, to coin a phrase, a silver bullet that we can kill it with. They all have their weaknesses, and if we can find out this amazing monster's weakness, we have the ability to overcome this monster. So we like to be scared in life and everything, but then we like, oh no, there's always a way out. I don't know. I didn't realize my boss is allergic to stakes through the heart. So it turned out I staked my boss, and it all worked out.
One less monster in the world, allegedly.
Allegedly. I'm still waiting. I'm actually taping this in the office. So once the shift's over, we're going to see if come back from beyond and what the other people say. We're riding this one out. Allegedly.
Right. My boy Pete, what role would you have in the zombie apocalypse?
Oh, dude, I'd be the angry old dude who would be survivor and like just stepping over people like, you're too dumb. You're gonna die. Hurry up. Nope. You're being too loud. And you gotta push them off. Nope. Or it's like
what? What are you pushing them off of?
The safety. Because first, small term, John, short term, you got to get to a second story. You got to knock out the cover or the under the stairs. And so then after that point, you're like, all right, people are coming up, you're pushing them over here, and then you're going out this way. I don't got to be faster than zombies. I got to be faster than you.
So you're like the lone wolf survivalist.
No, I mean, we'll stay together as long as you all know your place. Keep up. Come on. I've seen enough zombie movies that ends badly. Never be that person. Yeah, I'd have to either be alone or like real quiet.
Last question, my boy Pete. What is the scariest type of zombie?
Thus far, the only one, and I don't believe in the ones that are the super zombies and the fucking super bred zombies and all that shit. Like a zombie's a zombie, If you had one zombie and then another zombie, and they wouldn't have a super zombie. They probably like maybe one. They have like two ginger zombies. The zombie who'd like, stop kicking your sister. Oh. Not good for the zombie kind. But I'm saying the ones that we know, that's for the fast ones. Like World War Z, but that's not, they're not going to climb on each other. I don't feel that's the way. It's the same thing. Like I don't feel like they're climbers. You can only do what you can do. It doesn't give you superhuman strength. You're not a superhuman. You're a zombie. It's firing the synapses and cortex of your mind, and you're still having these death throes. It's like a goddamn lizard tail.
Mm-hmm.
If you could run and do it, like, oh yeah, all of a sudden the whole gymnastics team from the U.S. Olympics became zombies. Like, yeah, they might be able to run up a hill or something. Like all the parkour people in Portland, all the fucking baristas in San Francisco.
Right.
You guys all do climbing, right? But science teachers in fucking Idaho and a finance counselor in Michigan, no, you're not climbing shit.
So if you're out of shape to begin with, it wouldn't make sense for you to suddenly be in perfect shape.
Right, you're going to run as fast as your body could at that point.
No.
Because if you don't, you'll still go, but your center of gravity's off because you can't have that cortex center of gravity. So now your head and back are back behind you and your legs are still running, which would be awesome. John, come on. It's modern zombie science. Just look at my whiteboard. It's very logical.
So one of your rules of zombies is no hive mentality, no hive mind. That would be like, so they understand enough like ants to climb on each other.
No. No, there's no zombie king, no zombie queen. They tried to proffer that in a lot of movies, and it's always so fucking stupid. And it's like, well, I'm half zombie and half not because I'm the cure, but I'm also disease, and I did this, but I did that. Like, no, you didn't. Like 28
days later.
I know that's one of them. I always forget. It's the one where fucking starts out, he's running, like, and the first one we saw fast zombies, he's running everywhere. There's that one, but the next one is where they're in London, he finds his kids, and they go back and find the mom, and it's like, mom's like, super zombie friend. Like,
right.
I don't know. It's all hearsay, John.
Yeah.
I did a deep dive master's study. I lived with a tribe of zombies once, and I learned their culture, I learned their language, I learned how they moved about. It was very, very Walking Dead-esque, season 9, 10. Very esque.
Well, this is perfect because our first segment of the evening is the evolution of zombies in pop culture.
Okay. All right, where are you starting? How far back? Tell me the year, John. I know how much you like years.
So, no, not many years in this one. I more have moments.
Which is literally, specifically, actively, we all know from you, John, is a lie. Not many moments. Like, there's not much more to go. It's only 17 more pages, 42 more dates. There's not that many. I'm not even going to write the dates down. I'm going to do tally score. Bing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if we hit 10 dates in this show, everybody wins a prize, and that's a free shot at the end of this segment. Because we all know we're going to need it. If this is the serious segment. Holy shit. Okay. Tell us how you can make zombies bad, John, like you do everything else.
Well, so they're often portrayed as undead, flesh-eating, decaying corpses, and have enjoyed a big popularity surge in the recent years. Whether they're devouring their prey in The Walking Dead or getting their groove on in Michael Jackson's Thriller video, zombies dominate pop culture. But are zombies real? Because unlike many other monsters, which are mostly a product of superstition, religion, or fear, zombies have a basis in fact, and several verified cases of zombies have been reported from Haitian voodoo culture.
Well, there's the human ones. There's also the zombieism in animal kingdom. There's the zombie beetles or the zombie ants, where once they're bitten, they then turn on their friends and family and they bite those, and it's like it just spreads down the line. The whole colony starts attacking itself from the outside in. Very, very pop culture, very chic. I highly recommend getting the Hive if you can.
So the ancient Greeks may have been the first civilization terrorized by the fear of undead. Archaeologists have unearthed many ancient graves which contain skeletons pinned down by rocks and other heavy objects, assumedly to prevent the dead bodies from reanimating.
Well, that's actually in my will. You will put a rock on me. I don't want to come back to this horse shit. You know what a blithe spirit I am these days. Please let me stay down.
Now, do you have a rock all picked out, or are you just going to go willy-nilly and let them pick the rock?
Oh, I have a couple. Once I start coughing a little harder, I'm going to narrow it down. But I feel I have time to. I can let that stone gather moss for the moment. Doesn't need to start rolling here. This is the time when you don't need to say what the real sentence is and clarify what year you were. See, there it is.
I don't know. I just like the death joke. Once I start coughing more. Anyway, according to Haitian folklore, the book Race, Oppression, and the Zombie recounts zombies are the product of spells by voodoo sorcerers called the Bokar. The word is believed to be of West African origin and was brought to Haiti by slaves from that region. The concept of zombies would evolve further with the creation of the voodoo religion.
which is I can't stay here.
So, in an essay from the New York Times last year, University of California Irvine professor Amy Willents called zombies a, quote, very logical offspring of New World slavery, end quote. According to Willents, because slavery in colonial Haiti was so vicious and brutal, death was the only real escape and seen as a way to return to Africa, or Ian Guinea, which is translates means Guinea. As she writes, quote, suicide was the slave's only way to take control over his or her own body, and yet the fear of becoming a zombie might stop them from doing so. The final rest in green, leafy, heavenly Africa, with no sugar cane to cut, no master to appease or serve, is unavailable to the zombie. To become a zombie was the slave's worst nightmare, to be dead and still alive, an eternal field hand. End quote.
Okay, yeah. But it was in the voodoo thing, because the voodoo, when they started looking at it, I thought it was like a chemically induced, where it's almost like pithing the brain, where you're like so fucked up for so long, where you're in a trance and you can't feel any pain. You do what you're told. It's just like, it's not a true, like if you don't eat, you'll die. You're not going to run around and eat people.
Right.
But it's like, yeah, you got pilled out, but you're really susceptible. It's like doing just enough fucking, you know.
Ketamine?
No. I was gonna say roofies. When I go to the bar and slip myself a couple of roofies.
Okay.
John, I'm telling you, because that's
Ludes?
No, not ludes. You can't get ludes anymore. The weightlifting fucking, call it the date rape drug. Fucking
roofies?
It's the god damn it, the chemical. You're the worst drug person.
It's
not THC. It's a liquid form. Anyway, bodybuilders use it, and you can take little like capsules of it, like a bottle cap full, pre-game to go to the bar. Like my buddies who were weightlifters had. It's like, hey, you guys, it's for bodybuilding. Are you sure? They were all like married and went out with their wives and stuff. So it was like, all right, but if you have too much of it, it gets you super fucked up. Like one capful of it, I felt like, all right, like I'm ready. Like I did like an hour and a half of pre-gaming. So if you're at the bar drinking and someone shoots you that.
GHB, I believe.
There you go, GHB.
Yeah.
God damn it, John. Remind me, note to self, when John's out, give him all the GHB so he knows what we're talking about. Perfect.
So the earliest reference to zombies in the United States were closely associated with slavery and connected to the word of African traditions. The word zombie, Z-O-M-B-I, which for years was spelled without the E at the end, first appeared in print in an American newspaper and reprinted a short story called The Unknown Painter in 1838. Hey, a date. That's one.
1838. I know. I feel like you're going to try and skip over. This is going to make you a better reader of your own writing, because like you see it coming, you're like, earlier than before. Ding. Check one. 1838. And that was when it came out in print the first time. It was Z-O-M-B-I.
Yes.
Okay.
In the United States, right. So that story, which was first printed in Chambers Edinburgh Journal, and then later in the U.S. in Alton Telegraph newspaper, a young African slave owned by a Spanish painter claimed that a zombie appeared in the art studio at night to work on paintings of the owner's apprentices. However, no one believed the young slave's assertions and dismissed the existence of zombie as an African myth. Okay.
That, they just came up with the word zombie was, it means a crackhead who wanders into your studio who likes to paint. Hey, do you know hey, you like apples? How about these apples? That guy, crackhead who just wandered into a school, solved math equations, right? Same thing. We didn't name him a zombie. Just saying, we gave him an Academy Award. And I feel like we all have learned something today. Let's all take a breath before we start naming people things.
So there are two potential parts to the voodoo process. First, a zombie astral is created by removing part of the person's soul. Then that part of the soul may be used for further magic, including revivification of the perfect person's corpse.
Damn straight, John. And I would gladly pay you next Thursday for your soul today. Just part of it. Just a little bit. Put it on loan. Like the Simpsons episode when Bart sells his soul. It seems like you don't need it until you don't have it. And you're like, I know it's just a thing. I know it's just a piece of paper I signed, but what it represents is all up here. And like, you screw with your mind, pal. Hey, bud. Sorry you got fucked on that one. Go get your soul back.
So are you saying that the soul is the most taken for granted thing of humans?
I'm saying in most normal people, the idea of your soul, it's not a thing. They say it's like it weighs this many grams, and you can sense it leaving the body. But that's the same time I say bullshit medically. That's just air expelling from the body in one way, shape, or form. You call it a soul, I call it a fart. Let's meet in between and call it a belch. Whatever, right? Hey, sometimes there's more in the gram in there. I can tell you that much right now. Hey-o! But the idea that if you cognitively, and we all say like, oh, there's a soul, there's a presence there. I'm not just a bag of meat. Like I have a thing. You have this sensibility, and the idea of like, I can sell my soul. Like, I'll give you $100 for your soul. Okay, like you do it like that. Okay, it just feels weird. Like it's not like getting into porn. Like you can have my dignity. That's been gone long ago. My soul is mine.
Selling your soul just feels weird. Getting into porn just feels right. Okay, I got it.
Right, exactly. It's art, baby. It's art. What do you mean? Well, I'm playing Enya in the background. You said, and also coming back around, one of the Cranberries' greatest hits, Zombie. John, back to you.
It's a great song.
Hey, zombie. Hey,
in your head.
In your head. In your head.
Methods of zombification developed in fiction, including radiation exposure and contagion. Especially noteworthy in the latter case is the danger of a so-called zombie apocalypse, in which the eventual zombification of the human population through this is inevitable. Zombies have often been depicted as killing and infecting others, usually by biting, and then they become zombies themselves and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going until everyone's a zombie, right?
Yeah, that's normal. That's zombie 101, John. When I went to Zombie U, they said, welcome to orientation. First thing you need to know about zombies, spreads by bite and fluids. Don't get bit, don't get scratched. You'll have a fine 4 years here. Day 2, we had lost 42 of our freshman incoming class.
So White Zombie, the movie, was a financial success for its independent producers, but it did not spawn countless imitators. Instead, zombies and voodoo made occasional appearances in film over the next 10 years.
Okay. Can't say that I've seen it, but I like occasional appearances. I like good cameos. Keep them one more, right, John?
Yep.
Just like a good voodoo one. Marked for Death, Steven Seagal. Ooh, yeah. Super good. They were zombifying people there. John, super good.
Yep.
Go ahead.
So that's the first American film to have zombie in the title. And it was very much the Haitian belief, and so it was still that kind of zombie, right? They weren't flesh eating. They weren't doing that. They were just risen from the dead and
pussy zombies. You guys are shit. Why don't you eat somebody? Boo! These zombies suck. We want better zombies. Come on, John. Fast forward to the good stuff.
Well, so during the Second World War, 3 films brought zombies further into the mainstream. 2 comedies, Ghostbreakers and Zombies on Broadway, included zombified characters, though they dispensed with most of the other trappings that had previously defined zombie and voodoo film and voodoo culture. The former, Ghostbreakers, was featured an African American actor Noble Johnson as a threatening presence in Paulette Goddard's inherited Caribbean estate, but did not dwell on possible voodoo origins of the character. Um, and then Zombies on Broadway went even further by these 2 guys who wanted to show real zombies on stage and thought it would be a great success, kind of like an early producers, but it was all overshadowed by the comedy effects.
Oh, John. Well, one of the great things about getting zombies to do movies, and especially in World War II, when we all have to scrimp and save for the war effort, you don't have to pay scale to zombies. They're all dead, John. You put them in the basement, you lock them up, you throw a human down there. I don't know. I'm just saying, no scale wage.
There's no zombie union.
Well, not yet, John. We're talking about World War II. The zombie union didn't come around until 1974. God bless it, because that is when the real change started. We'll get into that.
So the story of the zombie drastically evolved when it became a dominant icon of American popular culture in the late 1960s. The event, which would claim that started the trend of zombie films, is the release of, say it, Pete.
Huh?
What's the film that started all of it?
Oh, Night of the Living Dead.
There you go. Night of the Living Dead in 68. Although the living dead in the film are never actually referred to as zombies, their humbering gait and hunger for human flesh became forever associated with the modern idea of the zombie and are seen in numerous zombie movies since. This changed zombies as we know it in pop culture.
But yeah, because let's forget his name. I was called George Zimmerman. Nope, he was the pants guy. What was his name? George. The director, the guy who did the whole thing. Anyway.
Romero. Yeah, George Romero.
George Romero.
Yeah.
I was like, George Zimmerman. They'll love our suits. I guarantee it. Like,
I guarantee it.
He made a zombie out of me. I bought my first suit there. George Zimmerman, you are correct.
Zombie warehouse.
I'm sure. Oh my God. Yeah, so are you going to go through more movies, or are we talking zombies? Because that changed in pop culture, because then it got into the zombies stayed that way for a while. They were slow, lumbering gaits. They were feared by the sheer numbers, not by their speed, right, not by their presence, not by their hive mentality, not by all the things we know and love today that makes video games good.
Right. We're in this era of the zombie right now, before the super zombies, before the runners, the hive mentality ones. Yeah.
All right. Pick up the pace, Junior. We're all listening. We're all ears.
So although many may initially think of zombies movies as gratuitously violent and lacking intelligent plots, there's actually much more to be said for many zombie movies that then meet the eye. As elements of popular culture, zombies have often represented common fears or anxieties held by the country at the time.
100%. That's like, but I wouldn't say just zombies. That would be any horror movie, any movie that's made that is like, what is the fear? That was the whole thing with monster movies. Like, here's a fear that we can't overcome, that somehow we found the silver bullet and we can overcome it if we work together, if we're a team, if we're smart, if we're dedicated. Like, yeah, motherfucker, but sometimes the monsters win. Sometimes you can't have that idea. Sometimes it's, all right, well, I'm going to burn this whole goddamn block to the ground when you come and get me, zombies.
Right. I don't have this in here, but that's very true. I learned that there's this old adage of for political times, if a Republican is president, zombies are more popular in pop culture. If a Democrat is president, vampires are more popular in pop culture. And it's just feeding off that fear. It's a trope, but there is something to that.
Okay, I see what you're getting. I'm sure the real phrase is much more eloquent and cuts a fine line, but you did your best. And that's all we can hope for. No, what you're saying is, it's the tropes in life, the times in life. We've all been trained to have. We live in a fearmonger society for news, for anything, for just like tune in at 7,
Sure.
do the whole and we're all scared of something, and we all have the fear of something. But can we overcome it? Yes, we can. Here's your silver bullet. Here's your garlic. Here's your Bible. Here's your gun. Whatever we think is the proper thing at that time, which is all not correct. But hey, whatever helps you sleep at night, That's what I say.
Are we all going to die tonight? Tune in for the answer after this commercial break. Right, yeah.
Today's a good day to die. Tomorrow's a lot better, John. Actually, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm booked up. Could you do something else between those dates?
Not on Wednesdays, though, because that's the gap, right? That's the hump day.
That's where I'm hungover. And Fridays, I'm really fucked up, too. And then I have wings that night. Can you see me after the first year? That might be a better time.
So, Night of the Living Dead is interesting because given the current events of the time of its production and release, including the Cold War, the Apollo missions, it is easy to see zombies in the film as an incarnation of anxieties held by many Americans at the time. The answer was that there was radiation coming from Venus that made the dead corpses reanimate. But it's also easy to see racially charged interactions throughout the film, which come with significant importance when remembering that the film was released just 5 months after the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay, 2 things there, John. I'm going to hold you to. 1, I'm going to say any movies that time, you got to watch all the racial things of any movies in any way, shape, or form.
Sure.
And then number 2, you said it was released 5 months after. But you know how movies are made, movies already in the can. You're doing post-production stuff if it's 5 months after. So it's all that says, it was we're putting this in because of this event. It was the times we were living in that make it relevant. But you can look at any movie of that. And I'm not sure where you're going on it. I'm pretty sure it's the bad way. I haven't watched that movie in 8 years, but I'm pretty sure it's the bad way. I don't remember them being really nice. I'm like, hey, everybody, come on, we're equal in the face of the zombies. Pretty sure that wasn't the tone.
So Dawn of the Dead in 1978 was also directed George A. Romero.
By George Romero.
Right? Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead. That's when they were in the hospital, the morgue. Send more cops. That was awesome.
So the heroes of this film took refuge in a secluded shopping mall. Many aspects of consumerism can be seen throughout the movie, especially as the zombies are theorized to be visiting the mall because it was such a large aspect of their lives when they were alive. According to film studies professor Kyle Williams Bishop, the characters of the film are brainwashed by capitalist ideology and see the world around them only in terms of consumption and possession. Although based on the same events of the reanimation from the zombies in the previous film, this film plays off noticeably different concerns of the time, especially in the economy of the late 1970s.
Goddamn commie, John. I didn't sign up for this red communist fucking bullshit. Of course we're a capitalist society. The mall is awesome. Have you ever been in Minnesota, the Mall of America? That place is fucking awesome. Why? Because it's a mall and it's America. Fuck yeah.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Sorry, John. I can't even do that straight face. It's so hard to play point counterpoint with you sometimes when it's everything you're saying is right. It's I just need to say something against you. I might as well be the fucking anti-John. Oh my God, the anti-John. Yeah, Rosemary's Baby all over again. Yeah, but no, the that whole thing of the capitalist of the going to the mall, like, yeah, but you can pick that apart. That is like someone doing their senior thesis in cinematography. I'm like, tell me how the movie you watched relates to the struggle of man and the becoming of oneself in one's eyes moving forward. What movie? Anything you want. And it's like, I watched Night of the Living Dead. Mainly the struggle of humanity and the consumerism of. Fuck that, John. I can tell you, it is not that. It was like, yeah, there's because it's set in that way. It was like, yeah, they were programmed that way. No. Mall's a good place to hide. They have shoes. They have Slurpees. They should have a sporting goods store. Come on, John. You like hot dog on a stick. I know you like hot dog on a stick. I've seen you.
Come on, everyone likes hot dog on a stick.
God damn straight. Where are you going to be? I'm going to be in the food court waiting for the swarm to come, eating Szechuan chicken from Panda Express.
So, as you mentioned, the next big evolution came from the movie 28 Days Later in 2002.
Ooh, John. Ooh. I get scared of a lot of movies. I'm not a horror movie person. I don't like a lot of anything supernatural, ghosty, anything like that. Like, no. Slasher films, I can handle, no problem. Zombies, that's my shit. I don't, vampires, I'm not a big fan. It doesn't scare me, but zombies are my shit. The first time I saw 28 Days Later, I lost it. Why are they running? The first scene when he's sprinting across the field and he sees his wife get pulled, like, and just sprinting, like, oh my God, John, that's when I started jogging. Like, I gotta get like at least a football field in me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be a runner,
baby.
but I'm trying to be a football field runner, just 100 yards. If I'm not safe by then, I'm never gonna be safe.
So as you're talking about it, obviously, yeah. So in this film, the zombies are caused by a rage-inducing virus, which quickly spreads throughout the world. With issues, including AIDS, nearing their peak in the early 2000s, fear of global pandemic was very real, and this could easily be seen in 28 Days Later and similar films of the time.
Dude, I don't believe in pandemics. That's bullshit. Man, there's fear mongers.
What are you, a round earther?
God damn it. That's it.
So by the time Dawn of the Dead was released in '78, the cultural tide had shifted completely, and Romero had essentially reinvented the zombie for American audiences. The last 15 years, we have seen films and TV shows, including Shaun of the Dead, 28 Days Later, World War Z, Zombieland, Life After Beth, iZombie, even Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And of course, The Walking Dead and all of its many series spin-offs have kept fans satisfied with their cravings of existential anxiety and gore.
See, now I got to take issue with all things. I know you do all this hard work to write and sound fucking and gore. It's not about gore. Sometimes it's just about funny. Sometimes it's just about a good, hearty zombie laugh. How much gore is in Shaun of the Dead? A lot, okay? But that's not that much, John. I'm just saying, the big scheme of things, Night of the Living Dead, Season of Twitch, Monkey Shines, like all the good Romero movies. That's good gore. I'm just saying, but it's not about the gore. It's about the time with family and loved ones that you can sit around and just really calm down and mellow out after a long, hard day of work. Like, all right, After this, we're watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, guys, then we'll get some sleep.
Who loves Leatherface?
That's how the family calms down and stays together.
That's right. A family that Leatherfaces together stays together.
But gore, see, no. Why you gotta put gore in there? Zombies don't have to be gore. They're just hungry, rage-induced.
How many zombie films have you seen without gore? Just name one. Ooh, I even gave you an easy one.
Zombie High. No, the first one was not much gore. I don't listen to you talk. Yeah, it could be Zombies on Broadway. Let's just say that. I watched that one.
There you go. Anything pre-Romero. Right.
Right, no, but after those, John. So what you're going to say is that I now have to fucking produce a movie about zombies that's no gore?
Yeah. Romero-esque zombies, no gore.
Okay, see, now you're saying Romero-esque. Because what was the one with
White Zombie?
No. Goddamn, Rob Corddry, where he was the zombie. He comes back to life.
Warm Bodies? No, that wasn't it.
No, he was in. That was a different one. That had gore. Anyway, finish your tirade about all the years you didn't say.
Oh, I have. That's it. Yeah.
Wow, that was a really good one. See how quickly this goes when you don't have all the years that you need to yell out.
Did you tally them? How many did I do?
Warm Bodies. You did one, and I'm going to go ahead and take a shot because I was wrong. You were right. I feel like you only did it to spite me. I'd like to see your notes, and those should be presented to class so we all keep nuanced. Good shot. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you're drinking with me? All right.
I'll drink it with you.
All right, everybody, do a shot. Here we go.
I think we both won in that one. We both won.
I think, you know what? In Zombieland, everybody wins. Zombieland's great. Zombieland's great. What's the other song? Zombieland 2. Nope.
Double tap.
Hey, man. That was not as good. It really wasn't.
Yeah. No Bill Murray.
All right, John. What do you got going? What do you got going now, John?
Well, I just want everyone to know that there's more two-sided out there.
I was going to say, you want to go get some food or? Oh, you got something to say? Sorry. Shh, be quiet. Go ahead.
So we are currently recording each episode of the Two-Sided Podcast live on the Stereo app every Thursday starting at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, which is also live streamed on our YouTube channel, Two-Sided Podcast. We're on Patreon, Instagram, Twitter, all at Two-Sided Pod, at TWO Sided Pod. And we have a Gmail for anyone to suggest a topic or to come out to our Wednesday open chat stereo shows, two-sidedpod at gmail.com, TWO Sided Pod at gmail.com. And finally, our podcast has gone viral. You can listen to Two-Sided on Apple Podcasts and now Apple Music. Thanks, Apple Music. Spotify, Anchor, and wherever you get your podcasts. We'd love if you follow and rate us. And while you're rating us, you might as well give us 5 stars. It doesn't hurt you. It only helps us. And also subscribe and hit that alert on YouTube. We thank you kindly.
It makes me so sad that you have that written out. You deliver it with such big and vigor, vim and vigor, like you're all full of pep. But John, it just kills me that you don't know what we're doing. Like you don't have it all there. If you're gonna read it, you need to record that and play it. Otherwise, man. I thank you kindly.
I know you love it so much. That's why I only say it about once every 10 episodes. We got some messages and we're moving on.
Hey guys, shout out to the panel, John L. Peacock.
John L. Peacock, interesting. I find individuals that, just insert their, middle name are quite, I don't know, they just give me this classy vibe, this distinguished vibe, I know. John L. Peacock. Interesting, but, yes, my boy Pete, shout out to my boy Pete, and yeah, I see Ronald McDonald in the title. It's crazy because I'm about to order McDonald's right now because I'm fucking drunk and I just need to have a bit of fucking McDonald's to sober me up.
Some Mackies.
Yeah, hope you guys are having a great fucking show. Shout out to the listeners. I see Julian.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A-N-A-N-A-S. Frittata. Frittata. Thanks for listening in. Thanks for calling in. Fucking thanks for getting Mackies. It's supporting them. I don't know where you're at. It's great when you're drunk late at night. It's great when you're hungover in the morning. It's pretty much okay in the afternoon too. You feel like a fucking animal when you do it. Like, this is awful. I shouldn't do this. But at night in the morning, when you're die if I don't. Yeah. That's the only time good to eat greasy fast food is when you're dying from a hangover, when you're too drunk to know better, or when no one's looking and you feel guilty about it. So that's what works in my diet. I'm just saying, you haven't made sweet, sweet love till you made it to Cranberries version of Zombie, because it gives you the rhythm you need to go to keep on going. All right, here's to you, Cranberries, for thanks for getting me through the 90s. That's awful. That's stupid. Dumb.
I'm gonna up. Literally after I just fucking sent that bubble, my man Pete says, and zombie cranberries. Like, I almost fucking vomited all over my phone. You owe me almost a new phone. Almost happened.
Great mind thinking all alike. Well, it turns out on this trip, I'm going to shave off my beard hair and give it to charity. And they said they're going to give me $25,000. And I was like, well, that's enough for 2 phones. One for me, one for Mona Lisa. The lifetime plan of ultimate text messaging. Girl, you ready for some messages? That's a lie.
All right. I have never had a problem with this podcast. Never, since you guys started. Until tonight. You guys said, you don't want to be a zombie? You guys said, if you're a zombie, you'll be in pain. You'll have eternal torment. You'll have a problem. Blah, 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 blah. Well, don't you know, zombies get over their problems. They do it with a little day.
Began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise, he took the monks' command. It was a graveyard.
How you gonna do this if you're not a zombie, man? Yeah. There's no problems below. Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you what, I didn't know he was in the fucking house. That's okay. All right. I gotta know who your fucking mix is. Gotta have to sample that. Galactic Super Friends.
If you don't like fucking zombies, then you don't like Rob Zombie. And how the fuck do you not like Rob?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Living dead girl. See, I liked him. Living dead girl. I liked his music. I kind of liked his music, but I liked him better as a filmmaker. Like House of a Thousand Corpses and the other one, just super graphic slasher. It's like, yeah, you're all crazy and evil. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Right. Right. You want me to drive? It seems like you're having a hard time.
Subscribe to anything unless you guys both bow down and say an oath to the zombies.
You know what? I'm with it.
Oh, yeah, zombies. Oh, good.
This is crazy. I fucking got turned on to them from my therapist's waiting room. That's what they play super loud in the waiting room. Like, I was like, well, at least you're not playing Suicidal Tendencies anymore, because that was thinning out the population. The population.
Congratulations, fellas. Another great show. Man, this podcast gets hilarious and funnier every time I listen to it. But let's break that fourth wall. Yeah, we're on the stereo side, baby.
Fuck yeah.
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 Damn, Zimmerman. Oh, that's still.
See?
George.
Yeah. Get icy thrones.
How does it work for you? Looks like we got a bunch of listeners here. So clapping and tapping and sending you love. And yeah, man, make sure you guys share this podcast. It's hilarious.
Cheers,
Keep doing what y'all doing, John and Pete. Have a good one and public service announcement. Versace on the floor.
Yeah, dude. I love it. Cheers, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's one thing we have in spades. We don't have a lot of talent. We don't have a lot of good looks, a lot of jokes, but we got goddamn tenacity. We are like luggage. You can't get rid of us. We're hand-me-down.
Seriously considering that you guys need to have like a zombie lightning round.
Yeah! Okay. You guys called me? No, we didn't. Okay, I thought I heard the name. Nope. We will call if we do need you. Okie dokie, I'll be in the closet. Fair enough. Holy shit, John.
Y'all know Pete and John love zombies, so long live Pete and John and the fucking zombies.
I don't know why. I can see Spawn Band. Long day at work, fucking kicking off his shoes, fucking just easing back in his recliner, having a nice cup of chamomile tea. Like, I should need to calm down and put on some fuck yes. His heartbeat slows to below 60. He's like, oh, there it is. Oh. Whew. I'm with that music if I'm committing a crime or I'm working out. Other than that, it's like, hey man, like my blood pressure is fucked as it is. I don't need to have my pulse racing in time with this. Like if I'm just walking, I found that I can't walk to fucked up music because it's like I have to walk and beat, and all of a sudden I'm like half sprinting. Like you're not running, and you're like doing this weird like strange gallop down those. It's horrible.
Kind of look like a rower from 28 Days Later. Yeah.
Exactly. He's gonna gain hive mentality. Look out, he's becoming sentient. Shoot him in the head.
Well, I think we should give the people what they want and go into our next
Fuck yeah!
lightning round.
Now it's time to be in the closet. It's time to do a goddamn time on the air. Dude, you don't need to swear on here. We said you don't get to swear. Sorry about that. I got excited. Goddamn straight. Pretty excited to be on the air, isn't it? Yeah. All right. We'll call you later. Back in the closet. Okie dokie.
Good to see you lightning round, guy.
You too, John.
Well, as I said, we're giving the people what they want, and we are going to have a lightning round zombie round. That's right. We're doing Bizarro Answers. My boy Pete's Bizarro Answers. The oldest alternate lightning round ever.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I don't know how this works, and I'm not ready.
Great. We're going to get started. All right. So, Bizarro, my boy Pete, what is your favorite monster to hate?
My mother-in-law.
Bizarro, my boy Pete, why have we had a collective obsession with monsters?
Because we are a hunter-gatherer society. And when the hunters take over, we hunt. And we will stomp out, John, anything that stands in our way. Monsters being public enemy number one. Number two, vegans. Number three, CrossFit. Number four, the dudes who ride the bikes with the big wheel on the front and the little ones on the back and have little fucking mustaches. Fuck those guys.
My boy Pete, what role, Bizarro, my boy Pete, what role would you have in the zombie apocalypse?
I'd be the first one dead, John. I'd wet myself and stay still. Scream. Ah! Wouldn't do a damn thing. Fodder. All fodder.
You'd be the one with the shotgun that everyone says, shoot her. You're like, I can't shoot her. She's my girlfriend. And then bite in the neck.
No, John. Wrong movie. I can't shoot her. She was the waitress at the bar where I really was trying to fuck her. She doesn't like you. I think there might be a chance.
And finally, Bizarro, my boy Pete, what is the scariest type of zombie?
Zombies you encounter in your day-to-day life on the freeway, in the office, in the supermarket, the dentist's office, everywhere you go.
That is obviously the correct answer for both Bizarro World and Real World.
Thank you. Multiple entendre. Look at that. Double-edged sword coming in hot, coming out hotter. Woo!
So let's have a shot and get into our final segment.
And we about time to drink, John. I don't think we've even mentioned that anyone who emails us at twosidedpod@gmail.com, that's TWO-sidedpod@gmail.com, can get their own go bag from the Two-Sided Ways of Life. It's the Two-Sided Go Bag brought to you by the Two-Sided Podcast. We have a couple shots of whiskey, a couple shots of rum, a half pack of half-smoked cigarettes, 2 joints, a partridge in a pear tree, a 1 shotgun shell, 1,400 BBs, 12 feet of baling wire, and a fortune cookie. Do not open the fortune cookie unless completely necessary. But also, this is the time when you should get your shots out for your go bags. And everybody who's anybody has your go bag. So get your shots out because it's time to go, go, go.
That's right. May the shorts be with you.
There we go, folks.
I'm still looking at what'd you say? A half pack of half smoked cigarettes. Is it like a half pack of unlit cigarettes, or is it literally a half pack of cigarettes that haven't been smoked down to halfway?
Yeah, John, come on, they're bumps. They're half pack. We're trying to prep everyone for the zombie apocalypse. It's not
That's right.
we're not trying to save money and skip here. We're trying to prepare you for what's yet to come. Also, they're trying to outlaw menthols. That's bullshit. Anyway, cheers to you, folks.
Cheers,
Bing,
everybody. Bing, bing, bing.
Ooh. How come I feel like it's like my shot glass is growing? Like I feel like it's getting bigger. Like I feel like it's like that. What is the biblical? The Elijah, where his lamp keeps filling. It's or more your 7 loaves and fishes.
Yeah, 7 days and 7 nights. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Harrison Ford and Ellen DeGeneres' ex-girlfriend who just died in a horrible car wreck. Yeah. Totally did. You didn't know that?
Oh, I know she did that. I'm just wondering where you're going with this.
You said 6 days, 7 nights. I cannot think about that movie without thinking about backyard wrestling, John.
Oh, I was talking about the old Jewish proverb of the lamp oil lasted for 7 days and 7 nights. Thus Passover.
No,
or not Passover, thus right, yeah.
Right. So you said the movie, but you're like, I was thinking of Jewish people. John, aren't we all, when we think of Hollywood, in one way, shape, or form, aren't we all? John. Here's the deal, folks. We almost made it. John and I have made a pact. We were going to do sober October 13th, and we made it right up until 8 o'clock Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then it all went sadly and quickly downhill. But I want everyone to take comfort in knowing that tomorrow is another day, fiddle-dee-dee, and we will have more Octobers to try again. But
Happy Hanukkah, everyone. We are going to talk about, for our final segment of the episode, we're going to talk about Ronald McDonald.
All right, man. Finally, you're giving me some good topics. Ronald McDonald and zombies. Wait, they're related. John, is Ronald McDonald a zombie? John, is it zombie meat? John! Shit, are these right? John, I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm on pins and needles. I can't wait to see the correlation between the two because I know there is one with you, but I'm not sure where it's going. I can't wait. And if you don't have one, I'm making it. Let's go. Let's do it. Zombies on Broadway, strike again.
That's right. A little bit of a history of Ronald. So in 1917, there you go. There's another one. 15-year-old Ray Kroc lied about his age to join the Red Cross as an ambulance driver, but the war ended before he completed his training. Then he worked as a piano player, paper cup salesman, and a multi-mixer salesman. But in 1954, he visited a restaurant in San Bernardino, California, that had purchased several multi-mixers. There he found a small but successful restaurant run by brothers Dick and Mac McDonald, and was stunned by the effectiveness of their operation. The McDonald's brothers produce a limited menu, concentrating on just a few items, burgers, fries, and beverages, to make those the best they could.
What more do you expect from Dick and Mac? What do you got here? Mac? Dick? You want cheese with that? Nailed it.
I love his name was Mac McDonald. Not Mac McDonald, but the parents were like, yeah, McDonald, let's call him Mac.
Yeah, no, exactly. Ronald was not taken, like Ronald was the dog.
They were looking for a new franchising agent, and Kroc saw an opportunity. In 1955, he founded McDonald's System Incorporated, the predecessor of McDonald's Corporation, and 6 years later bought the exclusive rights to the McDonald's name and operating system. By 1958, McDonald's had sold its 100 millionth hamburger. 3 years later.
3 years later, wow.
Yeah.
That's some sales, Ron. That's some sales. Like, but it was the whole thing was cheap. It was fucking cheap meat with a quick processing, so they had cheap, quick efficiency. It's like crack. It's quick, it's easy, keeps you going.
It's plentiful.
Yeah, you got to know where to go. Got to go to the wrong side of the town. Like, oh my god, I got to go to a drive-through. Like, yep, wrong side of town. I'd go to the
And in
park.
some places, you can even get flake in it.
Your crack? I gotta ask for that. Excuse me, my dealer. Do you have heroin with flake?
So Ray Kroc wanted to build a restaurant system that would be famous for providing food of consistently high quality and uniform methods of preparation. He wanted to serve burgers, fries, and beverages that tasted just the same in Alaska as it did in Alabama.
Impossible. I feel like anything in Alaska would taste better. Like you're fresh. There's a sea breeze. You've probably been working hard on the docks. If not, you've been walking hard to get there, fighting off the seals and the polar bear. It's a long, hard day in Alaska, John. One needs to calm down with a good sandwich or a chicken nug, John. Alabama, you've been drinking sweet tea. You've been hanging out on the porch, swatting up mosquitoes. You're just trying to go to Mackie D's for a little AC. You don't deserve it as much. You're just there for the cones and maybe the fries. Doesn't taste as good. You're not looking forward to getting outside, John. Come on, man. It's all about regionalism. That's what
right.
Ray Kroc didn't understand.
And since
senior thesis on regionalism with McDonald's and Ray Kroc's thing. It's a whole subculture. I'll give you more of my notes later.
And they seem to keep that uniformity in America, but internationally, you're right. The regionalism really did take form in what made it so popular across the globe. But to achieve that,
if you've done the research to tell me the specialties in the different McDonald's in different countries, John, it'll be my favorite show ever from you and the best research you've ever done. And this is a movie I want to watch with you in it because holy shit, I've been thinking about that and like, what countries do I want to visit? To like, oh, the sights, the sounds, but also the food. Like, all right, you can't find anything. There's a McDonald's. You know what I heard about this one? This one has a fish with a ham hock and also a small baby seal fin. Welcome to Alaska. I don't know.
Ham hock? You mean a bone?
I've never been there, John. Have you?
A soup bone? No, well, but okay.
No,
example,
you haven't, but now you're just judging. You don't know. John, give me examples or shut up.
In India, they have lamb burgers. In Australia, they have cones with flakes. In Germany, they have beer, right? It's different for each what the people want.
Yeah. Here in America, we might have kangaroo burgers or fucking, we don't know. Like the different kind of meat, I feel like that's a lie. We just don't really know what McDonald's.
So to achieve this uniformity, he chose a unique path. He persuaded both franchisees and suppliers to buy into his vision, working not for McDonald's, but for themselves, together with McDonald's. He promoted the slogan, quote, "In business for yourself, but not by yourself," end quote. His philosophy was based on the simple principle of a three-legged stool. One leg was McDonald's franchisees, the second, McDonald's suppliers, and the third, McDonald's employees. The stool was only as strong as the three legs that formed its foundation.
And just naturally, I understand how that works. I understand, but as an idea, it's like, hey man, things need four legs to stand, so we're kind of fucked here. So could I just get a cheeseburger and a cone to go with flake, please, and a ham hock?
And in 61, Kroc launched a training program, later called Hamburger University, at a new McDonald's restaurant in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Their franchisees were trained on the proper methods for running a successful McDonald's restaurant. Hamburger University utilized a research and development laboratory in nearby Addison to develop new cooking, freezing, and storing servicing methods. Today, more than 275. I'm going to get through this. 275,000.
Today?
As of today,
Still
more than
today?
200. Oh yeah.
Oh, in Oak Grove, Illinois. Still today, it's going on from 1961.
275 franchisees, managers, and employees have graduated from the program right up until he died on January 4th, 1984. Ray Kroc never stopped working for McDonald's.
No, he was McDonald's. He owned McDonald's. He robbed the Dick and Mac Crack brothers out of it. We all know that, John. You gave half the story. So he never stopped working for them. He always worked for himself. Always. We all know that. But then he fucking formed a university. The fucking Burger Town U. What is it called? The Burger University? The Burgers R Us?
Hamburger University.
Oh, well, the whole thing, John. I had a fallback school, so I went to Burger State in Rockford, Illinois. It was a little smaller. We had didn't have the same sesame seed bun. We didn't have 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese. No, we had 1 patty, fucking shit bun, maybe a little bit of mustard, and a snot sneak if you're with me. We don't know. But anyway, I graduated with flying C's, and I made sure I ate at McDonald's every day to see the man I could have been if I would have gone to the Hamburger University that was meant for me. John, what does that mean? What can you do? Like, I see here that you graduated in Sacramento, California in 1999. I see that you, oh, nice. You went to undergraduate in Arizona State, moved on to Harvard for grad school. Perfect. You were a graduate of Hamburger University 2004. Holy shit. What do you know? Let me tell you about freezing and processing meat, my friend. Also, I can do active shooter drills if you want. That's what we learned. Wow, that's fucked, John.
Long before I knew it was a fundamental philosophy of his, through this research, I like McDonald's is about that. It's not the best quality, but it's always the same quality. Like you must have known that, right?
Dude, 100%. It's
Right.
like the sex you had in high school or prison. You're getting sex. It's not the sex you want, and you don't really appreciate it, but it's happening.
It's going to be the same across the board.
Yeah, like, nope. Nope. Nope.
So Ronald McDonald is a clown who is the primary mascot of McDonald's all-American restaurant chain for over 50 years. He is the, quote, chief happiness officer of the company since 2003. This is a new thing. That in television commercials, the clown inhabits a fantasy world called McDonaldland, and his adventures with his friends Grimace, Hamburglar, Birdie the Early Bird, and more. He was first portrayed on television.
Fuck Birdie, because she's only available till like 10. And we only started to have Birdie all day like 2 years ago after there was like 17 riots and 4 shootings at my McDonald's. Bullshit. Birdie, get a job. Also, Robble. Here's to you, Hamburglar. Rest in burgers.
So he was first portrayed on television by William Scott in 1963, and then various actors afterwards.
William Scott. That's very good. He also went on to portray Benvolio in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. He also portrayed King Henry in King Henry's Zombies on Broadway premiere. It was very good.
So a voiceover in that very first commercial said, quote, introducing the world's newest, silliest, hamburger-eating-est clown, Ronald McDonald.
That's bullshit. I'm going to go ahead and put on clown makeup and eat more burgers and refute that. I'm going to take him to court. I'm the silliest, most hamburger eatingest clown in the hood. Street fight, clown fight, clown fight. No, he's scary as fuck, dude. All right, tell me his evolution, because I have a theory about him now, but I have a theory about how he started.
Have you seen him? Okay, so Ronald McDonald was first from William Scott's portrayal in an ad in Washington, D.C. market. The character magically pulled hamburgers out of his belt while wearing a nose made out of a McDonald's cup. His hat was a tray holding a styrofoam burger, a bag of fries, and a milkshake.
Goddamn straight. Pocket burgers. But he called them belt burgers. And that's the thing, is I can't hold them there because the cops always search your belt. You gotta have a strap to your inner thigh. Cops never check the burger from thigh piece.
So before Ronald McDonald became the national mascot for McDonald's, the company's ad agency considered changing him into a cowboy, given the popularity of TV westerns. Others
And
said he should be made a
Marlboro
spaceman.
cigarettes too.
That's right, Marlboro Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, also into a spaceman as a nod to the country's budding space program.
All right, but it holds, Sputnik and put the dog in there and the whole race. They couldn't have that kind of like tension. And the cowboy was always like, we can't even argue with him. Like, we got a clown, we can't put him in a hat. Like, let's make him pull burgers out of his pants for kids.
That's right.
But you know what? Let's refine this. Maybe we'll table it. Everybody have a couple milkshakes, take the weekend off, and we'll think about burgers out of pants for children. Holy shit. I'm hearing myself now. That's crazy. Anyway, write that down, Sharon. We're back on Monday. Holy shit. I'm going to go to council.
So for that first national ad, Scott was dropped because the agency thought he was too heavy set to play the part of a, quote, extremely active Ronald. According to the book, McDonald's, behind the arches. It was the first time I was really screwed by the mass media, the book quotes Scott as saying.
Well, and this was, you said, 1961?
3, I think. Yeah, 3. 63.
1963?
Yeah.
Okay, so, well, the whole thing is, John, and I always have to play devil's advocate. I'm not saying it's correct, but I'm just saying how the public, the mass people think in the media, because I can channel stupid like nobody's business. I'm kind of like a savant when it comes to that. Like I'm just.
You're more of an idiot, savant.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I am. Anyway, they hadn't seen John Wayne Gacy yet. They couldn't see what a fat clown could do. So they had no respect for the clown, John. 63? Oh, you wait and see.
Well, the big thing is he wasn't just the actor. William Scott conceptualized their mascot, Ronald McDonald, and brought it to their desired fan base with more kids than ever showing up to purchase their products. Scott would go on to become the weatherman for the Today Show on NBC, and Ronald McDonald would go on to become one of the most famous mascots in the entire business world.
No way. You're not talking about Willard Scott. You're talking about Willard Scott?
Yeah.
Fuck you, not William Scott. It's Willard Scott. And he had to change his name because it was from the lawsuit. He had an NDA he had to sign because you better watch your P's and Q's. You're up against Ronnie D and the clown maker now, son. Willie Scott. Oh, I know him.
So Scott's version of Ronald McDonald was nothing like the red-haired clown we know today. The original Ronald. That's right. The original Ronald was a freaky combination of clown and fast food dispenser who sported a paper soda cup for the nose, serving a tray that balanced a complete meal for the hat, a magical belt that served up mysteriously never-ending supply of McDonald's hamburgers,
Jesus
and the
Christ.
creepiness continued for 3 television commercials.
I don't know about the rest of you guys, But when John did that description, if he would have done it slowly and with like more of an understanding of what he was doing, I think we all would have been turned on even a little bit more. Like, what? He had a burger dispenser? Ultimately? What's up? And a fucking shake machine? What's up with that? Like, tell me, slow it down. Say it like it was a real thing. How many commercials were there? Tell me more. Fuck yeah, John. This is food porn, and make it nice, Johnny.
So this continued for 3 television commercials. Do you want me to do it? I'll do it. Yeah. All right.
I actively don't want to. Now you're too excited and you don't understand the process. So it was a guy who made ultimate food out of his body, who just like, it was like the Rick and Morty. It's like, oh, there's ultimate pork ribs, and he farts coleslaw, and like he bleeds barbecue sauce.
Yes.
Like, everything. This is awful. But he was like, hey kids, you guys want to party? There's a burger, fries. Like, where's that coming from? Don't worry about it. You want a shake? Oh. John, don't ask questions. Yeah. This is not how a sausage gets made. What you do, you hire him for the kids' party, you build a tent where all you see is his face like Madame Ruby in the goddamn machine from Big. And everything else that goes on underneath here is producing all the delicious foods. Like, your wish is my command. Check my belt.
So, of the 3 commercials that featured Scott, Ronald McDonald was seen taking a young boy, talking a young boy into hanging out with him and accepting food, even though the kid's mom told him not to talk to strangers. This is in the commercial. And then Ronald hitching a ride to the moon by clutching to the side of a rocket ship.
No, 100%. We're talking in 1960. Like, this is 63, 65, 66. This is way before, John. You need to realize you don't get to have the outrage you do now in your normal day-to-day life if this was happening today. This was in 1960, right?
Yeah, 61 is when his commercials were, right?
Right. So I'm just letting you know. Yeah. Parents would throw their kids with whoever. They'd throw them in a van. Hey, we're taking your kids to the pool. Go on with them. Go. The shit that happened was ridiculous. My uncle, my dad's little brother, like, yeah, we don't know what he did half the time. Like, I don't know. Like, and that's why I was like, yeah, things happened, but we didn't know about it. I don't know. That sounds bad. No.
Yeah.
No.
Rephrase that.
It wasn't a thing because it was so few and far between.
Right.
It wasn't so prevalent. It wasn't the norm. And so at that point, it's like, yeah, of course, a clown talks a kid to eating a goddamn burger. That's your ass. Like, it wasn't until like, don't talk to strangers and just say no and all that shit in like the late 70s, early 80s, which is great because society changed and all the things changed. But bro, wouldn't you like to live back, like, honestly, not only that, but of like where you weren't scared of strangers and you weren't scared of things. And like, yeah, I swam down the swimming hole and like we all rode in the back of the truck and we jumped off the cliff and the cops were like, hey, are you guys drinking? Yeah, well, get home and be safe. Don't drive too fast. Like,
right.
We got in a fight with like 15 dudes. What happened? Everyone beat everyone up and then no one got shot and then we all drank beers. Like, everything was better when you could it was just better.
Yeah, the era before the bad apples ruined the pie. Like, before the clowns started killing people, before, the John Wayne Gacy, before the kids started getting beheaded by overpasses while standing in the back of the truck. Like, it was a simpler time.
Bro, that's city planning. Don't put that shit on me or my Chevy. All right? John Wayne Gacy was an okay dude until the killing.
So anyway, Ronald McDonald was a hit for the company, and once the possibilities of the character becoming a cowboy or spaceman were scrapped, plans were soon underway to market the clown to the entire country. But before that would happen, McDonald's would have to replace Scott with a redesigned clown, played by famed Ringling Brothers circus performer Michael Coco Buckloves, who is credited as coming up with the basic look with the white face, red haired, yellow jumpsuited wearing Ronald that is pretty close to the clown we are all familiar with today.
Yeah, Michael Coco Mucklux. Was he Eskimo?
French.
Ah, French. But he believes in the Muckluk. I know I'm saying it wrong. But I say there was the one time I visited the McDonald's in Alaska. We had the burger, 2 obvious patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, ham bone, herring, sesame seed bun. Bon. I said, Coco, change your name to Muckluk, become clown, love the world. And I did.
So Scott did famously have a decades-long run as the NBC weatherman, but even he couldn't forecast that that after he went public with his claims, the claims of McDonald's ignoring him. So McDonald's would remain silent during all of this. Beyond a brief acknowledgement, Scott was the first to portray Ronald. Even more insulting, the official credit for Ronald's creation went to Oscar Goldstein, one of the franchise owners that tapped Scott to create Ronald to begin with.
Now see here. Now listen. Hey Willie Scott. It's nothing, no problem, no worries. You signed the NDA, right? You put on the clown makeup, you act all happy, you pull burgers out of your pants, take milkshakes from your tits. Normal stuff. We're not going to pay you scale because we're treating you like a zombie, right? But all the titty milk with the burger pants, that's all ours. All of that's all us. So you sign this, we're going to pay you in burgers. Yeah? Well, okay. I guess that sounds pretty good. Forecast is looking pretty nice for me. I see sun shining all day. I'll sign that right here. Sign. That's a legal binding agreement. William P. Scott. My friends call me Willard. All right, Willie. So we got this whole thing. I'm going to need you to shove all these burgers in your pants and also put this milkshake in your titties.
Yeah.
We'll see you at the next event. Good shooting, buddy.
So,
I'm not sure what they did, but I don't like what they've done. This is a travesty. I do not approve of what it is. Oh, I don't believe I know you. Call me Michel Muckluk. Muckluk? You can call me Coco. All right, Coco. Here's the deal. I do not believe in titty milk. I do not believe in sandwich pants jokes. That is all fucking despair and travesty. The French clowns, they believe in taking children to ball pits, not vans. They believe in taking children to, hey, you like apples? No, me neither. Come to the ball pit. Make your mama stay. Buy you shake. It's very good. Somehow you went Spanish there. And you want Spanish there. Well, it's very confusing. None of us know what's happening now.
It's very nice. Anyway, Scott's role would continue to be ignored until March of 2000, when NBC's Today Show aired a tribute to Scott that featured Henry Gonzalez, at the time the president of McDonald's Northeastern Division, finally thanking Scott for his 2000. I said that. March of 2000. Thanking Scott for his role in creating Ronald. Scott would retire from television in 2015, but had he received royalties for siring Ronald, certainly he would have been owning a tropical island. Like it was such a huge impact on the company, but he got nothing for it. He got fired, and nothing after that.
Folks, I think we have a lot to unpack here. I feel like not only have I learned something about our history, about fast food, but also I have received a veiled threat where I might not need to secure my likes and my rightness in all perpetuity. Now, here's the deal. Hey, Johnny, I'm going to need you to sign this. No big deal. It's it. So I have to pull burgers out of my pants. Hey, only on Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. You get 2 burgers, 2 milkshakes out of your titties. What do you say? 2 shows on Saturday, 4 on Wednesday, 17 a week. No big deal. Come on. What do you say? Get those burgers in your pants, Johnny. You sign the contract, we own you. We own your likeness. We own all the rights.
Yeah, you mentioned an NDA in your previous little bit, and I didn't put this in, I don't think, but all the actors after those 2 had to sign NDAs, so we don't know who they are. So these are the 2 people, the creator and the one who kind of remade Ronald into the Ronald we know today, didn't. But after that, anyone portraying him, we don't know. Then they can't tell us.
That's totally fine. No, that's fine. That's the same with Disney.
Sure. I know. I'm not saying that that's bad. We talked about NDAs on the show. I'm just saying.
But they also say you can't take Disney costumes from Disney and have sex in them and do weird kinky things on the weekends.
What?
Yeah, I know. That's part of the contract. It's really weird. I was like, you signed that? That's weird. Get your ass over here. Let's clean the house and do weird shit.
So even to today, Ronald McDonald evidently hasn't lost his magic. Taco Bell is using real-life people named Ronald McDonald in a marketing campaign to promote its breakfast menu. This is about 7 years ago. A nod to the famous clown known for his bright red hair and yellow jumpsuit. They're hoping to go after McDonald's number one, who is the number 1 player in breakfast fast food.
Oh, you better watch out because McDonald's going to come back hot with fucking little chihuahua fucking shits. Oh, what kind of meat you think you eating? Maybe kangaroo and sawdust? Wrong, it's chihuahua and sawdust. Yo quiero. A lawyer? No, I don't know about that. No.
So though Ronald has faded into the background in McDonald's own advertising, Taco Bell's appropriation of the name is a testament to the spokesclown's lingering cultural power.
You and your fucking words, John. I adore you, but you use such specific words. You got to be a little more nuanced. Like when you use appropriation, you can't say McDonald's appropriated that shit from the clown. All right, bro.
Well, Taco Bell literally took the name. It is a perfect context for this word because they literally took the name and brought it into something else.
Right, they took the name and brought it into something else. But how about when we're talking about clown rights? Maybe we use different terminology because to me it's like I'm with that word, but it leads to more discourse. It leads let me talk more.
I understand that.
Fuck, man, let's talk about Willard Scott and clowns. You know what? Ringling Brothers Bar and Daily didn't get all the fucking credit they deserved. That's what I've been saying for a while, right? Who thought about fucking carpooling? They did. And everyone's like, oh, what about fucking global warming? Doesn't matter. Clowns did it first. Nobody gives them credit. They appropriated carpool lanes from us. No, bro. You can say,
clowns lives matter.
Ooh, wow. See, I was setting you up all night, and finally you took the bait and canceled yourself instead of me doing it to me after you did it to you, John.
And on that note, let's have a shot.
Let's have a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thanks for tuning in. John's going to edit that out of the Spotify because he's never wrong in fucking after shows. And he is the end all be all sayer of what goes online. Anyway, you saw it here first, you saw it here correct. We are here every Thursday live. John, I want you also to know I've talked to 2 people who have been putting shit up on our YouTube page, trying to text and like talk. Like type, and no one's moderating. So it's a dead air. So, just so you know about that.
See, here's the dead air. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, John. You're the worst ever.
So since the debut,
oh, no. Here we go. Anyway.
The smiling clown has helped give McDonald's a huge advantage among kids. The clown turns up in countless aspects of pop culture. The FX TV show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The character known as Mac is mocked by his friends as they discover his full name is Ronald McDonald at a high school reunion. Last year, Wall Street Journal even gave the clown one of its familiar black and white portraits to accompany a story.
Yeah, it's just super prevalent. Also, they made a remake of It. They said we all float down here with styrofoam. We keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold. You want fries with that? Come on, John. You got to say one more year, and then we all take another shot. That's what we got to do.
Then comes the Ronald McDonald House Charities. Ronald McDonald House.
What time did that start? When did that start? Did it start sometime?
Well, the mission of Ronald McDonald House Charities is to create, find, and support programs that directly improve the health and well-being of children and their families.
Be careful with this one, John. Be very careful with this one because I know about this one. I know about different things about it that help good things. So be careful because I don't know the bad things. I might yell, but be careful. Go on. Tread lightly.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get it ready. The first Ronald McDonald House opened in Philadelphia, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in 1974. After recognizing the need for parents to stay close to their hospitalized child. As they opened more house programs around the world, it became clear that caring for the family of a sick child is as important as caring for the child themselves. And so caring for the child was their main focus at first, with that first one in Philly, but they realized that the families were impacted as much, and so they are caring for all who have that sick child.
Right. John, how because I love the Ronald McDonald Foundation because a couple of my friends have used it because there's a great pediatric oncology ward in Loma Linda, which is Inland Empire. So like hour and a half in from the coast. And it's like, yeah, you're there with your kid all day, right? And it's like, you should drive an hour and a half each way and in traffic. So I could hit that 91. You're going on the weekend, you're like, you can hit 3 hours, depends on when you go.
Each way,
you're emotionally fucked each way. Like, so you're just looking to stay somewhere and like hotels start to cost a bunch of money, but Ronald McDonald House opened. It looked like when I drove up there, it looked like another fucking medical building, like another unit.
Yeah.
But it's literally just a small hotelish kind of thing. Like it has hallways. It looks very medical clinical, but each of the doors is like, oh, here's like a little suite, 2 beds, a little bathroom, a little kitchen. But it's like, and it's they don't charge anything.
Yep.
And if your kid is admitted and if they're in treatment, you get that place. So now you can come and sleep, and someone is always there. It's like I can't drive tonight. I can get up at 4 a.m. and drive. Like I can't do it now. Like, cool. Now you can instead of sleeping in your car in the parking lot. Like people are doing, you know? So
Yep.
that, fucking amazing, bro.
Yep.
Amazing. But I'm looking at, this is what I'm thinking, because I had the friends do that, but I had, you know, my pops go through, and like my uncle and some other things. It's like, all right, just because you're not a fucking kid anymore, can't anyone else get a room? What do we got? We got to sleep in the hospital? Turns out I make good friends with nurses, so
Great friends with the nurses.
I'm telling you what, doesn't matter. I'll smoke weed with them, and I'll figure out where the break rooms are. I've slept in many a break room in a hospital.
So this is a cool thing that, you know, obviously they're huge empires. They have the ability to do it, but they actually did it. We talked about Dave Thomas with Wendy's last week and the adoption foundation that he created. This is a thing that McDonald's created that you know, yeah, all of them have their faults. I wanted to focus on they're actually doing it. And so from the Ronald McDonald House Charities website, quote, this was the beginning that was the beginning of our unique role as a children's charity, enabling, supporting, and facilitating family-centered care. Our Ronald McDonald's House programs, located near the top children's hospitals, allow parents who are far from home to stay close to their hospitalized child and benefit from the comforts of home without incurring hotel and food costs. Ronald McDonald's Family Room programs offer a quiet respites for the families right in the hospital. And Ronald McDonald Care mobile programs bring fundamental medical and dental care to underserved communities, end quote.
Oh shit. I didn't know they had that.
Yep.
I just know I knew about the Ronald McDonald from out here, and they were like literally they're a great organization. And then my whole thing, you know me, I don't do sadness, I don't do tragedy. Like I gotta make jokes. Or like make jokes or turn around and like, I'm gonna go smoke and see what the cars are doing. Gotta check the cars. Be outside. Or I'll make bad jokes like, talk to the doctor. Let me go over. But the whole thing is like, oh, thanks, Ronald McDonald. You gave my kid diabetes, and now you're gonna let my parents stay here for free. What's for dinner? More fries? Fuck you, Ronald.
So positive. You're so positive.
Right. Oh, little Diabito is on life support. But while you're here, could we amputate a foot for the dad? Because it looks like he's got gangrene from all his sugar intake.
It's our combo special.
Right? Yeah. Hey, you're lucky it's March. We got shamrock shakes for mom, amputees for dad, and a little insulin for Diabito. It's a trifecta of family fun here at the ball pit of Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah. So this not-for-profit provides more than 1.5 million overnight stays every year, helping families save nearly $504 million in lodging and meal expenses.
Yep. And the thing is, bro, that kills me. It kills me. It's amazing, right? They're doing that much just for the people who are coming to support the people in the hospital. This has nothing to do with the hospital bills. This has nothing to do with medical trauma. This has nothing to do with what has happened, right? This is
it's their niche.
No, but I'm saying it's simply the people who are coming to support these people. This is how much money it takes for people to support people in the hospital.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So now you look at, oh, here's your kid in the oncology ward where they are like, or your ICU, like whatever, because it's only for kids. And that's like, I'm with it. Like, you got to support them. Like, kids need people. Like, yeah, but you know what? Once you're 18, fuck off.
You take a little umbrage with that. Yeah, we see.
I take a lot of umbrage with that. It's the same thing as like, no, life is precious. I am pro-life, but then also I'm going to give everyone a gun so they can shoot that baby once it's alive, and I'm not going to give its mama any support with WIC. Like, you can't have it both ways. It is all the way or none of the way. McDonald's is making enough money and enough great fucking kudos in the medical arena of look what we do for families in need. okay, we'll just extend that age until maybe 100. And once the patient is over 100, the families can't stay here because that's just weird. Right? They should have been dead. They're probably a crypt keeper. We're going to get you an old priest, a young priest, and a Happy Meal to see which one works. But truly, how much would it cost? How much are they saving? They're saving this much money for people. If you're not going to help with the medical costs, help with more people who are coming to town who have to have cardiac surgery, who have to go an hour and a half. It's like having a fucking family member in prison, bro. Like, there's no one else who can. He has to stay here. If I don't come, no one's going to see him. I have to go. So I'm going to have to get up and figure out how to go an hour and a half every day and work my schedule. It'd be so much easier to like, hey, could I stay there and just fucking try to sleep in a chair or like with a guard?
I understand what you're saying. Like, the age, arbitrary age limit is kind of a weird thing. But what I dig about this is that as medical care is becoming more universal and free, as it should be.
Where is that happening?
As it's slowly, maybe possibly starting towards that era.
We're talking about
as we are like
Canada?
as is
New Zealand?
in
Mexico?
Canada, Europe.
Where?
Keep on going. Every other industrialized country besides the U.S. You're right.
I'm excited to say where, as we're moving towards, like who's we? The colloquial we, the royal we, because fuck your couch, John.
Well, when they started
this world, you're living in a two-sided world, motherfucker.
Barely Medicare. Like when they started, it was not that case, and it is going towards that case, which is similar to many every industrialized country in the world. But this cost is still not one that's going to be covered by any of that, right? And so it's still going to be needed, even if for some reason we somehow have universal free healthcare.
Oh no, 100%. I'm with you on that. I'm 100% with you on that. But and that was my thing. That's why I said don't help with the bills. I was going the other route, like still help with the housing and lodging of the older people. Why are you having a specific cutoff date? Because this is an adult. Like John got tried as a juvenile when he was 14. Why do you have to have an age? Age ain't nothing but a number, right? Right. I still live with my parents, so I was 48. Age ain't nothing. No, see, I'm just yelling numbers off now. I'm not even that old.
Hey, let me get this last quote out from their website to finish this off.
I just can't wait.
Quote, our commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, we believe it is the diverse backgrounds, culture, and experiences that each member of our global organization brings to the table every day that allows us to provide the care and support that children and their families need. We know we are stronger together because of our diversity. We will never waver in our commitment to this core value. That's it. End quote.
John, let me sum that up for all the masses out there who are listening to all of the diatribe of the bullshit you just read off. That is corporate bullshit, John. You have never. I'm going to go on a limb. Like I'm going to say you've never been in a corporate boardroom. You've been in a boardroom for schools. You've been in a boardroom for nonprofits.
No,
right?
Not corporate. Yes, you're totally very correct in that.
Totally different world. So the idea of the things they say, like they will read paragraphs like that. I'm like, and once you realize, like, everyone got that, right? Like, hold on, let me dissect this, because you'll get an email with the statement they read, because it's like, this is the statement, but it is part of the presentation of the thing.
Right. It's not a memo, it's a mission statement.
Correct. And like you, motherfucker, they read their PowerPoints instead of having points and riffing. You're like, hold on, I gotta go back. I misread the last 4 paragraphs I had up. Like, God damn it. So you hear it from there, like you're trying to dissect it, and you like, I made eyes with a few people. and you go back and get the thing like, wait, so what you said is we would like to thank our diverse culture across our international borders for fine things that allow us to do, meaning, hey, because you motherfuckers work minimum wage, we've got a Skrilla to throw down on this project that allows us to be seen as a better people, as a better company, because we believe in diversity until you're 18. And then fuck your couch.
Okay. I'll proffer this one thing. On the McDonald's website itself, not on the charity website, which are two different things. McDonald's does have links for how they are working for racial inequality, working towards making that an equality, and also LGBTQIA. Now, I've been looking at a lot of websites recently, especially fast food websites. I have not seen that yet until McDonald's, and I did not expect that from McDonald's.
No, I didn't either.
I thought that was kind of cool, right?
No, it is on Pornhub and Adults Only and fans.org, because like we support everything. Like, what is your kink? Come on in. We are ready to party.
No kink shame. No kink shame.
You guys come on in. I'm the concierge of kink.
Yeah.
Wow. Okie dokie. Just coined that.
Concierge of kink. And that was Ronald McDonald, everybody. Thank you for listening.
William Scott, you ain't too heavy. You just right, baby.
That's right. So the sources for this episode of Two Sided have been, first segment, history.com, NPR, Britannica.com, Ohio State University, Carnegie Mellon University, and the Atlantic. Second segment, McDonald's.com, McDonald'sfandom.com, AAAA.com, not sure why it was called that, Mashed, Business Insider, Grunge, Iconic, HistoricalPhotos.com, and Ronald McDonald Historical Charities, which is RMHC.com.
Wow, the whole thing is you pepper everyone with all of your words and phrases that you read off a list to make us all sick to our stomachs. And you hope that we don't understand the things you're saying so quickly. Because sometimes things stick out, John. Sometimes we have to take note of things you say. And this one, it's your own goddamn fault, John. You pointed it out. AAA.com. Don't know why they call it like that.
There's four of them. AAAA.com.
No, exactly. That's what I said, eh? I said it was...
Oh, I thought that was your accent. My apologies.
No, it was the American Automobile Association of Canada, eh? John, here's the deal. I'm glad you said that because all of my resources, all of my footnotes, all of my thoughts, processes, and recollections came from a fever dream I had when I had too much NyQuil. Whitecastle.com. Hashtag McDonald's sucks. Can't believe it's not Willard Scott. Weather. Hashtag looked like there's a blizzard coming in. Also, my personal correspondence with Al Roker. And he said, Willard Scott True Talk.
True Talk. Well, speaking of True Talk, nope. Let's get to the messages. Hey, we got some messages, people.
Do it.
Hey, John. Hey, Pete.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Johnny. I'll take your McDonald and raise you a Tom McDonald. In all seriousness, if it's Walking Dead zombies or some Resident Evil zombies even, I'm good with that. I'm wonderful with that. If it's like some 28 Day Later zombies, some fucking World War Z zombies.
Hold up.
Fuck, do we have to?
No, because I feel like that's how zombies evolve. So number one, I don't want to go back. I don't want to backtrack. But yes, welcome to the party. Yes, zombies are awesome. Yes, we are better than them. Yes, we have to stick with Spawn Band. They're like, dude, keep your music down. Fuck yeah, zombies! Dude, you can stay with this lightning guy, but you and Spawn Band have to stop rocking out with your fucking cocks out.
A baby seal fin. Tripping this entire time. My fingers are just sticky as fuck. My fucking ass off. I need to say hi. How you doing?
Hey.
Oh, God, I love you guys. How you doing, fellas?
How you doing? How you doing? MFA, everyone out there. Okay, hold on, John. Watch. I have no script. Ready? Nothing in front of me except for William Scott, 1963, Too Heavy. Michael Coco Muckluck, which wasn't even the right word. These are all the notes I have inside of me. In front of me. What's inside of me, John, is the two-sided pod every Tuesday and Thursday. It's 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. We are live on YouTube right now. We are live on the stereo. And we are live on the stereos with our favorite people in the world. Our fucking favorite. Fucking Foxy Lady, the Mind Fox, the Foxes, Spawn Band, Zombie Lover Extraordinaire, Julia Prunes, who will be referencing us in all of her future and previous court cases. Mona Lisa, who disappeared for a long time, missed all the best things that will never be repeated. Turns out you missed out. Anyway, and MFA, who is now no longer here. Anyway, everybody follow MFA. She's an amazing gamer, amazing fucking streamer. She's got her fucking internet up now, but she has her own YouTube page, and you can watch with 420, Foggy 420. And there you go. John, look at you. You the American Sign Language at me. It's like we were in the military. You're like, yeah, I hear them go around at sunrise. I'm like, fair enough. Anyway, follow her because their game podcasts are fucking hilarious. Thanks for showing up, MFA. Even if it's not for a long time, it's for a good time.
Places in Africa, they have the pizza with the lamb. And in Japan, I heard they have some different shit that I want to pick up on the cam and grand slam to the mat in my taste buds. I'm feeling that new shit up in my taste buds. I tried the goat meat, I tried the lamb meat, but man, I wonder what mission is complete. I don't even know. I'm still gonna go on this fucking road, and I'ma let you know just what I find out. Strange foods at McDonald's house. Yeah, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah.
Let you know.
Sleep.
Cause I gotta let it go. I love eating anything. When I hear that dinner bell ring.
See?
Breakfast.
See?
Or either Greek fest.
Okay. Fucking A. See, there's certain times, there's certain places, there's certain times when you meet people and you're like, let the cat do its own goddamn thing, John. Stop playing with animals. It wants to be left alone. Jesus. You know who's live on YouTube knows John is trying to aggressively touch his cat. The cat wants nothing to do with it. It's trying to be a fucking star. Trying to be a fucking star. Dude, there's certain people in life that you know you want to be friends with. Like, not fuck friends. There's people in life you want to fucking chop it up with. Like, let me sit here and smoke a blunt with you. Like, stop touching the cat, John. It makes you look weak. You're not even holding it and stroking like, yes. You're like, yes. It's watching you and commanding you, and you're reaching for it in perpetuity. John, play your messages. I'll give you more of my understanding.
Dead air. You guys are the greatest. That was a great show.
Fantastic. You made me belly laugh several times. My fingers are now clean. My trimming is now done. I can participate and laugh with y'all. Holy crap. That part about guy taking burger heads out of his pants and giving them to kids. Yeah, that's a great idea. So many good one-liners in there, you guys. So many good.
Saying.
Great shit.
Dude, but honestly, they took that. So the league took that. When Rafi was introduced to the league, he had pocket dogs. He was, every time they were at the bar, he would just pull out a hot dog. Everyone was like, what? Where'd you get that? He's like, pocket. I'm like, what? What is that? Pocket dog. Do you want one? And he'd pull out like a Ziploc bag with like a full-on hot dog in a bun. And he's like, you want one? You guys want pocket dogs? And from there, we started doing, my friend Crystal started doing purse whiskey. So we'd go to bars, like, so you'd pregame, and all of a sudden, like, I need to get a drink. She's like, you sure you want some purse whiskey? What does that mean? You gotta give me your drink. Like, and she'd pour you purse whiskey. Like, I don't need to get up. I need to drink this purse whiskey and sit here quietly. This is amazing. God damn straight. Pants burgers? Yes.
Yeah.
The Ronald McDonald was a bit triggering for me. It reminds me of the worst nightmare I ever had, where Ronald McDonald was chasing me, trying to tickle me.
What?
You know, thanks for that.
What? Okay, hold up. I feel like I need you to lay down on the couch in a medical, clinical sort of way, because we're just asking questions right now. Is it mainly the clown? Is it running around, or the tickling? Because all the three things are what the two-sided stands for, except for the running. Like tickling and clowns.
You know what that sound is in the background? That's you, my man Pete, talking on my YouTube. I ain't miss shit.
See, John? See, there's probably messages on YouTube. That was the first thing it said. We need to hire someone who follows the fucking things that. I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone. Like, I don't trust anyone. Like, if you hire a comedian, like, no. If you're like, John's like, I have a friend. No, you don't. No, I don't trust that person. If I hire my friend, I don't trust that person. How do you hire someone who just does a generic yes and response without trying to be like, yeah, I too made a zombie baby once. Like, whoa, where are you going? Hey, now I have to back this shit up from my YouTube? God damn it, John. Okay.
Speaking of not trusting, my boy Pete, is there anything from this episode that you'd like to take a second look at, a second glance, a second opinion? This is Pete's Retraction Corner.
Yep. Number one, not writing down the name Muckluck, because I understand that it's like very regionalist, and also I made the ham bone and the baby seal fin burger joke, and I was like, that's all regionalist. None of it should be had. It's not funny. Don't laugh. It encourages me, and that's not okay. I would also like to take a small step as I need to. I'm trying to be more accepting to you, not just when I'm drunk and you're on your best behavior and I'm feeling good about my life choices, that things are okay. I'm like, hey man, you're having a good time? You're having a bad time? Hey buddy, like I need to, hey, you can, instead of shitting on you, because I feel like you understand I'm shitting on you internally, and I just need to egg you on to get the best John L. Peacock I can in the afternoon. And that's what I truly regret.
What were you doing with your hand there?
I was talking like an Italian.
Looked like an attempt of a handshake, but I wasn't sure.
No. Why would I ever shake your hand, John?
I have no idea. That was so foreign to me.
You have the ginger cooties and none shall pass.
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
I know trolls from bridges I would rather touch than a ginger hand like you. Also, can't wait to see you next week, buddy.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm heading out west tomorrow, and so our next episode will be done on the West Coast.
In person, motherfuckers.
Yeah. So
John,
those who watch on YouTube will not be seeing a Zoom recording, but will be seeing an actual live stream.
Isn't that what they're seeing right now?
Well, it's a live Zoom stream. It's less cool. They see that all the time. Yeah.
Oh, what? I don't see. I can't wait to go and meet the two people that we need to meet who are doing things for us to pay us money to like really break you down, how you need to be broken down. Because like I didn't understand that. I was like, wow, you just somehow you broke the internet to make it worse and less hard. That's why there's a 5-second delay. You're the worst. You're actively the worst.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing this for a year and a half, and Pete obviously has never seen one live stream of YouTube because he has no idea what it looks like.
Oh no, I've seen. I've signed in a lot of people on their YouTubes. I don't watch it, but I sign them in. I go, oh, we're playing YouTube, and they're like, what do you want to watch? I'm like, yeah, you subscribe, two-sided, like that shit. Let's listen to fucking Grand Funk Railroad.
Speaking of which, Monday and Tuesday, I believe we're going to be in Sedona. So, I mean, that's closer.
Monday.
Just saying.
Sedona. You know what? That's where rich people go when they don't know about Jerome. I'm just saying, hear me out. If you like Silent Hill, you'll love Jerome. Wait. Yep.
Oh, John Peacock, I want you to put that pussy down and pick it up like
The molecular man!
Oh yeah.
Okay, so John, do we have any of the links for Galactic Super Friends on our thing? Can you please put some on our
Nary one. I want to see some money first before I start sponsoring those guys. Or being sponsored by those guys. Come on. Give me cashola.
Okay, you're an idiot, so you're bad at using them, so I guess I'm going to do it because we've already established what's happening and we already know what's happening. So now you're being a dick about things and not the yes and that I'm looking for. It's like, nope, not until. Now you have stipulations of yes and. You're the worst. You're the worst. No wonder the cat runs from you. Wow.
I was trying to cover up my own laziness, but yeah, you're right.
Wait, from feeding the cat?
Putting the links up of our fantastic sponsor, Galactic Super Friends.
Too late, Johnny. Johnny Two Thumbs. We see where we are now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this has been our show. We are going to be going live on our Green Room show. Here, John says he's going to adjust the time at what time, John?
We're going to go 30 after the hour. We're going to get this message and then hop out of here.
Yeah, there we go. And everybody's going to have water and walk around the block and figure out their goddamn shit.
Well, yeah, I want to go to Jerome as well. I mean, our bucket list shit is to stay the night in Jerome Grand, you know. Oh, well aware. It'll be my first time too, so.
Oh shit. Okay, I can tell you, if you're going that route, this is the only thing we'll talk about later. I have the fucking best barbecue I've ever had in my entire life in Jerome. It was an old saloon that turned into a Chinese opium den. It's a Chinese laundry. They had opium den underneath it after it was a laundry, but they still have the same copper ceilings in the bar, and it's like all underneath is, I guess we'd call it Arizona museum grade, where they put a bunch of barbed wire, like fencing around it, and it's like, oh, there's some broken ass shit in a field under a broken ass house. Like, yeah, that's the Arizona I know and love. But you go into the restaurant, fucking the best barbecue I've had, bro. And it's I don't know how to, it's down in the corner. It's a Chinese laundry. It was a Chinese laundry. It's the farthest down you can go, and the farthest right you can go. Like,
it was down in the corner, right around the bend.
No. John, have you been to Jerome?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know Jerome is built like Silent Hill, where it's a hill,
right?
Where it's switchbacks, right?
Yep.
So you go to the first street, the lowest street you can go to, all the way to the lowest end. Here's this goddamn barbecue joint that's a restaurant bar that was a Chinese laundry that had an opium den before you go up the street and make more decisions about museums and like quartz and shit, like we all do. Like, you get drunk enough, like, I think I need this quartz rock. I think it's really good. Yeah, welcome to Arizona. That's how they get you.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We have our open chat show live on stereo every Tuesday, same start as tonight. So if you want to join us or you want to throw some topics out there, email twosidedpod@gmail.com. That's TWO sidedpod@gmail.com. And for those listening live, join our chat on the stereo app in our green room right now. We're going 30 after the hour in about 3 minutes for our after show wind down. I'm going to grab this message because they.
Yeah. No, that's good. No, but I'm now wondering, because everything you do is suspect. Why are we?
We're going to be staying with some people in Cottonwood, so we'll save that for the green room. It's coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm not sure if that description of Arizona was offensive or just true.
I'm saying I love it. I grew up there. I got my first kill there.
That's a wrap for tonight. I'm John L. Peacock out in Brooklyn, New York.
And I'm my boy Pete in Southern California, and I don't understand why we have to go to a different room to do a different thing. Is it because you're lazy and you don't like to do different recordings, or?
And this was our show. You can eavesdrop wherever you get your podcasts and even join us live, both on our YouTube channel, Two Sided Podcast, and on the Stereo app every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, as we talk about the two sides of life, the serious and the fun, here on Two Sided. Love you, Pete.
I need you to record that better. Like, I'm just now going to literally talk over it. So I think that, if I can talk over the whole thing and no one ever hears it, and I don't think I can hear anything, and I think it's the normal thing, and then it's like, I don't even know what's there. It's good. I don't have to hear anything. Is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Cool. See you in the green room. Bye.